Hello everybody, welcome back to another video as we got another episode of your OGR, baby, as today is game 40 as the Edmonton Oilers win up against the Ottawa Senators, and well, Mr. McDavid and Draisaitl did their dirty old things as we walked away with a 4-2 victory with Leon Draisaitl capping his fourth hat trick in his career. Just great stuff from everyone, and this game was pretty entertaining to say the least against the Ottawa Senators. We got to see the depth kind of go out there and just bang bodies practically the whole game. There was a lot of hits, 35 for the Sens and 25 for the Oilers. And not just that, there were a lot of big hits. They weren't just small little hits, they were huge hits, like the one that Yamamoto absolutely laid on Mike Riley. And I know it doesn't count as a hit, but it was a reverse hit. But the way that Yamamoto absolutely exploded into Riley and he just exploded back was absolutely amazing. Was one of my favorite hits that I've seen all year from Yamamoto, just about the entire team. Now, usually that top hitting category would usually go to Zack Kassian, but honestly, Zack Kassian has been the worst. I'm going to be getting into that line tonight a lot between the Kassian Turris and Chase Online, which I don't know why we brought back in Turris. Gaetan Haas is just way better than what Turris is. I think we brought him in for, that little bit of an offensive touch since we've been struggling to, put up goals in these past couple games. And also, I think another fact is that maybe we're showcasing Kyle Turris a little bit to other teams around the league to say like, oh yeah, here's Kyle Turris, this is what he brings. And I'm not too sure what really Tippett's doing there. We will be getting into that lineup after we're done reviewing the game, because that was one of our worst lines without a doubt, especially Zack Kassian and Kyle Turris. I really would like to divulge into Zack Kassian as well, because he's somebody that, he's been somebody that I love as a fan, and I don't want to bash him, but I need to bash him because he has just not been playing to the way that he should be playing, and especially the contract that we gave him. We gave him a contract to not just be that team player for us and be that locker room guy. We also gave him that money to go out there, bang bodies, and get goals. That's what we have signed him to do, and he has not been doing that this year. So we're going to be getting into Zack Kassian a little in this episode as well. So right out the get-go, first period on the power play, Leon Draisaitl gets the first goal of the game, and this was great for the Edmonton Oilers. First goal of the game, 20th goal of the season for the Edmonton Oilers, and a power play goal, which was huge for us as well. It was a nice setup there by McDavid over to Leon Draisaitl, and honestly, the first period wasn't too bad. There was some back and forth action. I mean, we really did dominate this first period, 17-7 for shots. Like, this game, I think the biggest thing for us is that we really wanted to come out there banging, and it really did look like it, that we really wanted to come in this game and, dominate, which Hogberg really didn't let that happen. Like, he was stellar in that first period. He was making saves that I didn't think he was going to make against, Devon Shore and Leon Draisaitl. He robbed him a couple times. Just the way that Hogberg played was absolutely amazing against the Edmonton Oilers and really, really kept this Ottawa Senators team in this game. The second period, Josh Norris got a wonderful goal that Chabot deflected right into the back of the net. Now, this was a bad job by Darnell Nurse tying up Josh Norris' stick. He wasn't really doing a great job of it, nor was Koskinen doing a great job rotating from side to side. He was a little bit late. Like, you watch over the replay, you see him on the post here, and then by the time Chabot's all the way over here, he's coming over here, and Chabot's already making the pass by the time he gets over there, and it's already in the back of the net through his 5-hole. And I mean, that's just the part of Koskinen. He's a slower goalie than what Mike Smith is, especially in the net. But I think that was like the only bad play for Mikko Koskinen. I think all game Mikko Koskinen was amazing all night long. He was making the big saves that we need him to make. He had a .933 save percentage last night. He was a really big goalie for the Edmonton Oilers, and I was just really happy with the way that he played, because this is a game that he deserved, right? He's been decent over the last little stretch, but he has been the greatest. He's been winning, and losing. So hopefully Mikko Koskinen can start finding that consistency in his game, because he's a good goalie. It's just this year he's kind of fallen back a little bit, and you know, taken a lot of the load this year too. He played 10 straight games, which I think just kind of ruined him a little bit this season, and kind of, it's made Mike Smith better, but it's definitely, you can see the little bit of decline slowly in Mikko Koskinen's game, especially in this year. It seems like that glove hand has just not been improving, and teams have been able to pick it up a little bit more. But honestly, Koskinen had a great game. I don't think there's anywhere to complain about his game. He was really on top of his ball. Really robbing some real good chances from Stützle, from Tkachuk. He was absolutely amazing. So Koskinen, keep up the good work, buddy. You're a great goalie, and yeah, just keep up doing what you're doing, man. I love your stuff out there. And then Leon Draisaitl got his 21st of the season. Another assist there by McDavid as well. I mean, every goal that has happened in this game was legit by Draisaitl and McDavid. And in the one by Connor, it was assisted by Draisaitl. So Leon Draisaitl got his 21st of the season. This was a dumbfounding goal. My jaw hit the floor. Draisaitl was way back at the back line and somehow got this insane angle shot, like the sharpest angle shot. Now, I've tried these shots in practice before where you just kind of stick handling, you shoot it, see how well your accuracy's going. But man, this shot, you never really pull it off in a game. It's usually something that you just, practice in practice. But this is an insane shot from Leon Draisaitl. Legit, it was insane. It was from the sharpest angle. His feet was behind the line. I don't know how it went in the back of the net, but it did, and it was amazing. My jaw hit the floor, and it was an amazing goal to see by the Edmonton Oilers, and absolutely amazing. Leon Draisaitl's shot is just nuts. I love his shot. Like, I can't even describe how good his shot is, because it's that damn amazing. The way that went in the back of the net. And then Connor Brown with his 11th, it was a beautiful snipe there from Connor Brown. There was even no way Mikko Koskinen seeing this one. It went from his stick right into the back of the net real quick. It was a beautiful goal there by Connor Brown with his 11th. And then Connor McDavid putting up his 23rd of the season there. This was a wonderful play. We were I think McDavid was out there for a good solid 3 minutes on this shift as well. I think it was like a good 2-3 minutes. And we were just cycling the puck. Puljujärvi was getting a couple good chances, which Puljujärvi, man, I just wish he had better luck, man. He's the unluckiest player. The amount of posts he hit last night was absolutely nuts. I mean, that McDavid, Draisaitl, and Puljujärvi line was one of my favorite lines all night long, and they were playing pretty damn good, except for the fact that they did get hemmed in the zone sometimes against the Sens. But anyways, Puljujärvi was great, and I mean, the two shots that he had were pretty good chances. The one, I mean, it went off his pad, but the second one rung right off the post, and it was just such a beautiful chance to get a big goal. Besides the fact that Puljujärvi is probably one of the most unluckiest players on the Edmonton Oilers, especially with that second shot where he rung it off the post. And I mean, there was multiple Oilers where they rung it at the post. Like, I know Devin Shore did. He had a great opportunity at scoring a goal in like the second period. He was like shorthanded, which I gotta say, I gotta talk about Devin Shore as well. That fourth line was just amazing, and how much I'm actually sort of loving Devin Shore. He's just been low-key kind of growing on me, and he's been playing a really good hard game out there, especially with the playing alongside of Colera and Archibald. I thought that was like one of our best lines, without a doubt, to say throughout the night, except for the McDavid Draisaitl line. But anyways, the 23rd goal, which I was talking about, where they were dominating in the Ottawa Sens zone, McDavid just took it himself and took it right to the net and scored a beautiful goal there on Hogberg. And it was an amazing goal by McDavid. Just really drove the net, shot it. It was a beautiful shot too. He made a nice backhand, forehand, flipped it up. I mean, the things that this guy can do, you could try to do it in real life, or you try to do it. And I feel like every time I try to go super fast and then stick kind of really fast, I can't do that. McDavid's level of playing is just a step above everyone. I mean, it's definitely probably like a million times better than what I am, but McDavid is just, he's amazing, and I'm glad that we get to watch this kid every single day. He is amazing, and I love McDavid. I love McDavid. I don't know how many times I could say that thing, but man, I love McDavid. I would kiss that man, all right? I love him that much. Anyways, then the next goal was scored by Leon Draisaitl with his 22nd of the season with an empty net goal to end things off, and that caps off the hat trick on Draisaitl. That's also another man that I would love to kiss as well, as both McDavid and Draisaitl were absolute beauts last night. An absolute just, oh, they were gorgeous. This was a game where, I thought this team played pretty well. Of course, you cannot sustain these lines with McDavid and Draisaitl, especially when you go up against, the Montreal Canadiens or the Toronto Maple Leafs or anything better than what the Ottawa Senators can. You could stack up Draisaitl and McDavid, but everything else is going to struggle. Except for the fact that Yamamoto, Kahun, and Nuge, near the end of the game, I thought they were doing pretty solid. They didn't do terrible. But one of our best lines was the line of Shore, Kara, and Archibald. They were one of the best lines, and without a doubt they were. They were banging bodies. Devin Shore got a couple opportunities. Archibald almost put up a couple in the back of the net. He was great. He was banging the body as well. And Kara, he was playing really offensively as well. And also, one of the best penalty killers, without a doubt, in the entire league, Jujar Kara. I respect the guy a crap ton. I know he's not the greatest 5-on-5 guy every night, but tonight he was really, really good alongside Archibald and Shore. I wish that line actually got a goal throughout this game because they really did deserve it. Archibald had some good chances. Devin Shore had some good looks. And same with Kara as well. They all had some really good looks. Kara didn't actually shoot the puck, but Archibald and Devin Shore did. But Kara was just passing that puck. And, I mean, that line was just buzzing all night long and playing a really good, tight defensive game against the Ottawa Senators, which I really like to see. Defensively, no complaints there. I thought they played pretty well. Tyson Barrie doing his usual stuff, getting those secondary assists, baby. He got 2 of them tonight. Also, Ethan Bear got one as well, getting a secondary assist as well. I mean, that's just how it's going to be going with these type of nights where McDavid and Draisaitl really just lift up the team, and that's what they did. They really just came in here tonight and looking for that W was McDavid and Draisaitl, and they did great. Mikko Koskinen played great. Zach Kassian, buddy, look at me dead straight in the eyes, man. Okay? I'm going to get real serious with you. You got to start playing a lot better. I'm going to put my mic down here. You got to start playing a lot better, man. Okay? I love you, Zach Kassian. I've loved you ever since you became an Edmonton Oiler, and you were doing great. But the way that you've been playing this season has been disappointing, man. Ever since you came back to your injury, you were buzzing for that one game. But 22 games, you have 5 points, bro. 5 points. Where's that point production where last year you had 34 points in 59 games, bro? You had 15 goals. Where's that point production that we need you to have a little bit right now, man? We have not been seeing any of it, bro. You got to do a little bit better for me. And also putting Kyle Turris in the lineup was one of the dumbest decisions you could possibly do to try to, revitalize the lineup, because putting Chason and Cassian alongside of each other and then putting them alongside of Kyle Turris was probably one of the worst ideas that they've had yet. It was one of the worst lineups. I barely even noticed them out on the ice half of the time. And, I mean, that's a good thing, but that's not something you really want to do when they don't do anything good throughout the entire night, where they just kind of stand around. Zach Kassian is just, like, legit puck watching, going around, skating around the ice, not doing anything. And that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to seeing Zach Kassian going out there banging bodies all over the place. It's a bit weird to say the least, but in the end, we got the W. We improve our record to 24-14-2, and the Edmonton Oilers just keep getting better and better from here. So hopefully we win the game tomorrow against the Ottawa Senators, and then on Saturday, a good old Saturday night hockey up against the Calgary Flames. So we got some exciting hockey coming up for the Edmonton Oilers. Tell me, guys, what you guys thought in the comment section below about this game. It was definitely a Draisaitl game, without a doubt. He was a real beast, and I love when he goes real beast mode like he did tonight. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.